The planet is heating up.
The oceans are becoming filled with plastic.
Change starts now. Change starts now.
We're on a countdown
To zero waste. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is the Zero Waste Countdown Podcast. Here's your host, Laura Nash.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Zero Waste Countdown podcast and radio show. Today, we are talking all about diapers. Alon Cohen has joined us all the way from Israel. He has created, along with his team of experts, a new eco-friendly machine that washes cloth diapers and makes it easy for parents to use cloth instead of disposable diapers. This innovative company is called Pika Diapers, and they have put together some diaper statistics for us. So they have determined that worldwide there are 58,330,000,000 diapers being used in just a single year. They also estimate that 6,500 disposable diapers are typically used for just one child, as opposed to 30 cloth diapers needed, although I had a set of 12 cloth diapers, and that was actually plenty. In the U.S. alone, apparently, 24 billion diapers are used each year. They take about 500 years to decompose, although I'm not sure in what conditions or if anything is left over afterward. And apparently American disposable diapers each year need 200,000 trees and 3.4 billion gallons of fuel oil to make these disposable diapers. Today we're speaking with Alon Cohen, the CEO of Pika Diapers. Alon, welcome to the show.
Hi Laura, how are you? Thank you very much for hosting me in this amazing podcast. One of the best, I think, podcasts in the sustainability world. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. And today we're talking about a dirty issue with diapers. So I think we have quite a few new moms that listen. And I was a new mom a long time ago, and I used cloth diapers and was very happy with them. And you have a new product you're going to tell us all about. But first, let's talk a little bit about diapers are pretty bad for the environment. So can you give us a few sort of like facts about what's going on in the diaper world?
Yes, of course. So diapers are made from plastic. About each baby is using around 6,500 diapers. They usually go to the landfills. It is a big issue. It's about between 2.5 to 5% of the garbage that go to the landfills are diapers. So it is a big issue that a lot of parents get familiar with this issue, and that's what we're trying to tackle, basically.
Yeah, so they're a bad thing for the environment for sure. And then also I think it was on your website actually on Pika.com, that people spend a lot of money on diapers as well. So I estimated I probably would have spent around 3,000 Canadian dollars on diapers, and instead I bought a set of 12 cloth diapers for $600. So I estimate that I saved thousands of dollars, which was really nice.
Yes, exactly. This is the thing with diapers, that they're also like very bad for the environment, but also like a very costly product for a parent. So if a parents like need to buy like lots of stuff, like new parents like as me, like 2 years ago, that wanted to use like diapers, it was a big chunk of the total cost that we had when becoming parents. So if you have like the disposable diapers that cost between $50 to $100, depends on the diaper ingredients. On the other hand, you have the cloth diapers, also called like reusable diapers, that are better for the environment because you just need to use water and detergent to clean them, and you can use them for all your children. But they're very hard to use. But you can also use the diaper services that give you like new cloth diaper every week, and then come pick from you the diapers, the soiled ones. But they're like very expensive, and also they work only in some specific places. It is not the most convenient way. Yes, so this is the current status with the cost with diapers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember switching from the diaper service to just buying my own cloth. I thought it was better. I want to talk about the machine that you developed because I think it's pretty exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about the machine? Like, how does it work? Because I'm seeing on your website that you put in dirty diapers and then they come out clean. So, how is the washing process working?
So Pika, it's basically a machine that cleans reusable diapers in one step. So the parent just need to put inside the soiled diaper, and then in 2 hours, diapers comes out ready to use. I can't elaborate like too much about the technology. So it's basically like we have some ingredients that can dissolve the feces and the urine. So it's all washed out, and then we have some sanitation process that makes all the diaper like perfectly clean. So it's basically a perfect combination of the diaper, machine, and capsule that we developed that works together perfectly. This is basically like what is Pika, and currently like we have a prototype, and we did a small pilot, and like we are going to have a more pilot in the near future.
And the machine is fairly sustainable itself, right? Like, does it use less water or energy than a traditional washer and dryer?
Yes. So like because it is a dedicated machine that works in optimal cleaning method, so it is also like less water consumption and electricity comparing to all the other alternatives. If it's the disposable diapers or using cloth diapers with your washing machine. So yes, so it is a better solution if compared to any other alternative. If you look on the amount of waste, of course, compared to the disposable diaper.
Do you have to add water to the machine? Like, does it use water?
We have two different kind of method right now. Currently, like it is plugged to water and the drain connection and electricity, so it has to be like near those connections. But we provide like very easily adapters that connects perfectly to the current connections. So it's like with less than 2 minutes, the machine can be plugged in and then be ready to be used. So it's just like having some like small machine that connects like very easily. So it's like also like it is like a very easy like to move with the wheels can suit like every parent's home.
We had a conversation with someone in my town who was raising money to collect diapers, like disposable diapers, and then she was
All
going
right.
to sell them to people at risk for a
Okay.
cheaper price. And I remember sitting down with her and saying, like, it's not good because people who can't afford diapers, if you get them hooked on the single-use plastic diapers, then they're going to be spending a lot more money than if we helped people of lower incomes use cloth diapers because it's so much cheaper. And
Yes.
she was saying she didn't think that lower income apartment buildings would allow people to wash dirty diapers in the washing machine. So wouldn't that be nice if some buildings had a machine like this that was just for washing the
Exactly.
diapers, and
Exactly.
then you wouldn't have to worry about it in your the other washers, right?
Yes. So our goal is that the machine can be in apartment in like big cities like New York, Toronto, or San Francisco, in the place where the washing machine on each floor is located. So the parent just need to put in, like their diapers in the machine, and then click on the button and like put our capsule, and then she just can take out the diapers when they're ready in 2 hours. So like all this like issue with disposable diapers is the current solution with disposable diapers is that like two different methods. Is like one is like first is like collecting the disposable plastic diapers that are more common in with parents, and then recycle them. But it is not like glass or like plastic that people collect in their house, and then like when they go out and they take this waste and then put it in the recycling bin. No one wants this kind of waste in their house, so they just want to get rid of it very fast. So this is the first method. The second one is with all these biodegradable diapers they will collect them and then put it in some facility that can dissolve those diapers. So this is the same issue. Like no parent will want to have this pile of soiled diapers in their houses. So that's why I think that if we make diapers like much more in a circular way, that you just wear them, put them in some cleaning machine, and then use them like all over again. So that's why I think it is a much more like better for everyone. It is a win-win situation, I think.
Yeah, the truck was really big that would come when I had the diaper service, and so that's a lot of use, and like they didn't smell as good as I wanted them to from the diaper service, so I just found it was so much easier to wash them myself, but I kept them in a bin, and then the bin would really stink. So we had a spray like thing that was hooked to our toilet, so it was almost like a handheld bidet, so you could spray off the diaper and then just put them kind of wet and soiled in a bin, and then when like a dozen of them were dirty, you would dump them in the laundry machine. But oh my gosh, the smell was really, really, really bad.
Yes.
It was crazy. So yeah, if you could just kind of not have to deal with that
But
smell,
why
that
did
would be
you
really nice.
from the diaper services? Because you wanted like a more clean diaper, because that was the reason?
Yeah, I just thought it was weird that I was putting like other soiled diapers, like from other soiled children, on my child
Yeah.
all the time. I just would, and then the truck was coming and it was a bit expensive. Like it seemed like I could get rid of all that by just having my own diapers. And so I spent the $600 for a dozen diapers and like some covers, and it was awesome, and it ended up saving me a lot of money in the end. And then when I was done, I sold the whole set for $200 because the diapers were
Amazing.
in such good shape.
Yes, it's the second-hand market for cloth diaper, right?
Yeah, I was really surprised at how well they lasted, like, through children. And my mom says that kids nowadays sometimes aren't toilet trained until 3 because the technology of a disposable diaper is meant to get rid of moisture from the baby's butt. And so the baby doesn't really know that they're wet.
Exactly. Yes.
Whereas cloth, they feel really wet. Like they're like, my diaper's wet right now. I just peed, so I'm going to cry. And they associate like those 3 things together. And then they learn much quicker how to control
Exactly.
peeing. And yeah, I didn't hear that from a scientist. It's just what my mom says, but it makes sense to me. And my kid was trained at 2. So
No, so
I think
our
it's true.
diaper, my wife just said, okay, let's stop with all these diapers, with cloth diapers. And then she just like felt when she needed to go to the toilet. And then it was so easy because she was feeling where she needed to use the toilet. So it was very like easy shifting. So she was like 1 year and 6 months. So it was like very early, considered to
Wow.
compared to the other children, babies. So yes, of course, it's
That's early. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it helps, and then that will save you more money in the end and more garbage and stuff, because I think everyone kind of needs a few disposable diapers. So I would fly sometimes with my baby to go back home when I was in the military, and then I would of course put a disposable diaper on him then, because flying is not that
yes.
comfortable, and I'm
Um,
sure with a wet lap for a few hours would be totally bad. So that is the one time that we were using those disposables.
No, of course, like some parents
But
like carry with them, like to trips and like to like traveling the cloth diapers. So I say, look, no, this is like my wife, like she didn't want cloth diaper. That's how like this it all started, because she didn't want to clean them. She was like very like anti cloth diapers. But I was the one that was willing to clean them. So yeah, so if it's not easy and affordable and very easy like to use, so it won't work. So that's why like we're trying to make it much more easy and affordable. So it will be like with some like monthly subscription or something. So it will be very affordable to every parent, just like the disposable diapers that are almost as cheap as the cloth diapers.
Yeah, and I should say too, for if you're listening, the $600 set that I bought, that was like the most expensive set. Like
Yeah,
like some of the sets for 12 you could get for closer to 200 Canadian, which is probably US, $160 or something for like the cheaper ones. I just found a pair or a set that I really, really liked. So I do think that, yeah, 600 Canadian was really on the more expensive side. So you can do this a lot cheaper, I
yeah, of
guess.
course. No,
Uh, but
like if you buy like the second hand diapers, it could be like even like 50, like some parents just giving them away. So yes, it can be like very cheap.
So can we buy the machine like anywhere in the world right now?
Not yet. Sometimes in the next like 6 months or like 1 year, like we're going like to offer it in like worldwide. It all depends on the amount of the current fundraising that we are doing. So like we're trying like to get as many supporters that will join us like on our journey. So that's it. It's
Okay.
all about money, the bottom line. So yes.
So if someone's listening and they want to support the company, can they go to your website and find it there to
Yeah,
pika.com?
yeah, just talk to me. just
Oh,
just speak
sorry,
with
it's
me.
Pika Diapers, pikadiapers.com.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
PikaDiapers.com.
pikadiapers.com. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess probably listeners are wondering at this point, so I should ask the question, where does the poop go from the machine?
Yes, this is like some parents like ask me like wait so where it all goes. So it's all made from stuff that can be dissolved with specific ingredients that comes together, and then it's all breaking up like breaking. So it's basically all like turned to almost like water, and then it's all washed out. Yes, and that's it. So it's having like this sanitation process, and then it's all washed out. So it's all about the process, and then it is possible to have this fully cleaned and ready to use diaper.
And the detergent, is it like a special formula? Because I remember hearing that just regular washing detergent would maybe build up on the diapers. So we ended up using soap nuts usually for the diapers. Is your detergent like formulated special in any way?
Yes, yes, that it is possible to throw the diaper out, like as it is without any pre-cleaning anything. So it's just as using the disposable diapers. So it's basically just put it like inside with everything. It's specific ingredients that we use. You can't use like our like capsule with other like washing machines. So it has to be with our machine. To an optimal solution, it has to be the combination of the machine, diapers, and the capsules.
Mm-hmm. And you had a number of experts working on this project, I saw. So I think someone who is working for Pika used to work for, I think, like Huggies or something, and like someone else was an expert. Like, can you talk a little bit about the experts, all of you guys who are working together to create this?
Yes, of course. So this project is it's mainly like me with my experience. It's with finance, with hedge fund and venture capital. My co-founder Monte is basically a genius in the hardware and the software development. Our advisor board, it's like we have like Ravita that she was leading Haggis in Kimberly Clark, like here in Israel. We have Gilad that he has a company that is developing different hardware products. We have Yitzhak that he's detergent specialist that working for Diversity, one of the biggest detergent companies in the world. And she have like 2 stores of cloth diapers here in Israel. She's an expert in everything considered to usable, if it's diapers or products. Yeah, we have lots of everything, from textile experts to chemistry to everything, right? It is not just a machine. It is not just like the diaper. So it has so like we need lots of experts in different fields. That's why it's not so easy task, right? So it's not making our life easier, but the goal is awesome. So that's why it's worth trying it, right?
Yeah, so if you're listening and you go on their website, pikadiapers.com, you can scroll down to the bottom, and it's pretty impressive, the people that are working on this project and all the experience they bring to the table. I think that's really amazing. I think it's very important to have people from the industry who have experience in, the diaper industry to come in if you're going to make a new product, because you want to know how the old system worked that you are trying to make more sustainable. So I think that's great.
Yes, so in order to make like a big impact, like really change the diaper industry, it's really a mess, because in the 50s it started with the change, in the 50s 60s, like the change from the cloth diaper like went to the disposable diaper. So it's now the situation is that 95% of the parents are using disposable diapers. So it really need to change, if it's by making the diapers like more biodegradable, or making cloth diaper much more easier to use, so it can be used everywhere. This is why we are here.
It might be good for daycares too, because that was an issue as well. One of the daycares that I sent my son to, they wouldn't allow cloth diapers because it was just too much of a hassle for the daycare workers to take care of. So perhaps if there was a machine like this that made it so much easier, then it would be more acceptable to, send your kids in reusable diapers, right?
Yes, look, like babies, like in the US, like a lot of babies are like staying with the mom, like on the first like 2.5 years with diapers. But yeah, like lots of babies are going like to baby care, like someone that take care of the baby. So yes, of course, it's a machine that cleans like a bunch of diapers in these places. The barriers that are exist with someone that's getting paid for taking care of children, and then also like one need to also start with all this cloth diaper issue that with all this messy, smelly job. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you look like on the amount of waste that the diapers are producing, like all this waste, it also like costs money to put it in the landfill. So like maybe someday like we'll have some laws that will not allow the disposable plastic diapers, if it's all this like laws, in California, where not allowing any plastic straws. So maybe one day it will be also, but if there will be like much more better products that will be like a better alternatives to the disposable plastic diapers.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, because it is a lot of garbage that you need to raise a baby, and especially if you're going to that 3-year period. So if you have 3 years of your baby on disposable diapers, it's a lot of garbage. But there's different barriers and stuff that people have. But it's interesting talking to you all the way on the other side of the world in Israel. So is there like a zero waste scene over there? Are people into sustainability? What's it like?
Like with people, it's like getting like much more attention, like every day. Every day it's like you have like this a Facebook group with thousands of people trying. So I just saw this post in my neighborhood, like the town is saying that like the recycling like bin like near her house. So like she called municipality like to check like where is this bin. So they say okay, like we don't use this bin. So the people like do want like much more sustainable like zero waste solution. The government doesn't really do anything. The environmental department is like very weak, very weak, because it doesn't have like any money. It is very like not enough like money like going to this issue. But lots of technology like that trying like to prevent the plastic waste. If it's SIPA, we have some startup here, and lots of startups that are trying to tackle the plastic issue. So it's fascinating to see like how people like from the ground like trying to make solutions. But hopefully it will go up to the ones that making the decisions. So hopefully it will be better everywhere.
Yeah, I think SodaStream comes from Israel too, right? SodaStream?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It is the biggest consumer electronic in Israel that is selling worldwide. That started in the 70s, I think. So it's very, yeah. She just been sold to PepsiCo.
Oh, that's a big sale. Yeah, I have one of those machines, and it keeps me from cans. Like I know cans are recyclable, but they have BPA. in the lining, so I don't like to give them to my little son. And the recycling process with the trucks carrying them, and you have to like melt that aluminum back down and then make it new. Like, it just seems like a big process when I can just, have my own in my own glass out of the Soda Stream. So I'm actually a big fan of the Soda Stream. I think it's like saved a lot of emissions and stuff like that. Anything we can do to make people's lives easier. And that's a theme that we have on the show a lot, is how can we reduce waste but not make our lives worse? So we want to have clean babies and we don't want to have to deal with the dirty diapers as much as we can. So yeah, if we can tuck them into this machine, it's awesome, I think.
Yes, it's all about not doing like any recycling, just not producing all this waste. I don't know if it is like buying, I don't know, baby, lots of stuff that we just consume like a lot. So if we just don't consume them, so they won't go to the landfill. So that's why I think that we just need like to consume like less, and then use like much more products that use the circular concepts, because it just make everything like much more efficient, much more cheaper, much more sustainable. So it is a win-win-win. So I don't see like anything else that makes it like better in like all these three aspects.
I think that children will grow up being thankful to their parents for trying to choose cloth if they can. So I think about all the stuff that I've put in landfill. Like, I've probably have a truckload of garbage sitting in the landfill that I've created. But for babies, it's like not their choice to create a truckload of garbage. And I think as our environmental issues continue, that maybe children will be, grateful that they don't have a truckload of dirty diapers from when they were a baby, like sitting in landfill somewhere.
Yes. Look, it's like, so our babies, like they will come to the world with all this waste. It doesn't make like any sense. So like why not just reducing like all this waste? It's a shame, I think, that we don't do like more like in this issue. But it's starting to, I think, like, so I see lots of impact investing world, and like lots of companies like Unilever, like trying to push like to this with this issue. But hopefully, yes, like as millennials, like, the new generation, like have like all this knowledge with what we're doing to this world, so it will be change, I think. Hopefully, I think, at least.
Hopefully. Yeah, it is. And we have to keep communicating it. And it's all about new technology too. That's another theme that keeps coming up on this show, is that people are inventing new ways of dealing with waste, like this machine. So it's very cool. I like it. So if anyone is interested in buying this machine when it comes out, we maybe have to wait until the fall, like maybe September, October, or around Christmas time, maybe? Oh, sorry, probably not Christmas time. It's real.
No, it's fine. But yes, at least like maybe for the first model, that it will only like clean the diaper without the drying part. Yes, so hopefully it will be out as fast as we can do it. So yes.
Awesome. And if you want to check them out online, it's pikadiapers.com. It's pretty cool what you're doing. So Alon, thank you very much for telling us all about this company and the project and everything you're working on. This is awesome.
Thank you very much, Laura. It has been great to speak with you. It's wonderful to see like lots of like-minded people that want to get all this waste, and like being like in a better world that we are going to live in. Like your podcast, it's also like part of some startup that also like trying to make this change. I think if people like know the issue, it will make people like much more aware. So it's part of the change. So thank you for doing all this.
Oh, thank you so much. Absolutely. I love speaking with people who are doing wonderful things, and there's so many, right? It's and I'm trying to put them all in one place, so you can go through the episodes and look at all the new innovation and people who are doing so many good things. So awesome. That was Alon Cohen. He is the CEO of Pika Diapers.
Change starts now.
This is the Zero Waste Countdown Podcast.